Do you know the quote by Albert Einstein that creativity is the residue of time wasted? I believe in it. It's my Bible. If there are Bibles in my life, that's my Bible. Because that's why I go on these bike rides. When I come back from the bike ride, every time I go, I've got it figured out. I never have downtime ever in my studio. I wish I did. It's always get the shoes off fast enough and into the painting shoes and get into work. So that's my version of time wasted. So if you look at how he's posed, it's almost as if he's about to doze off into a nap. So this is basically time wasted. So that's what that's about. It's more of a reference to Einstein than it is any other artist. It's more of a reference to Einstein and Sparky. The name Big Poppa references my background when I'm working. I'm always listening to music quite loudly, probably over the top volume. And most of the music that I listened to during this body of work was hip hop and mostly Biggie Smalls. And Biggie Smalls referred to himself in a lot of his songs as Big Poppa. I have a lot of friends who are all becoming Big Poppa all of a sudden, all around me. It just seemed to tie into the whole thing, and it was a direct reference, as I said, to Einstein and Sparky, who are my Big Poppas, of my thinking. Everything else is continuing of what I was talking about over there, about the flowing and the rhythm of the dots. Because where I got this drawing came from birds on the beach when I ride my bike. And every time I would look out towards the water, there would be this long horizontal line of birds just flowing around. I still continue to see it today. I even saw it on the airline TV as we were coming out here. And I would say rolling with my homies just because they were rolling. And it had a lot to do with the rhythms in life that I was trying to imitate. The bike path, the rhythm of that riding around, the rhythm of the feeling of riding around, and the rhythms of life that we all feel, the rhythms of love, the rhythms of caring, the rhythms of pain, all the things that kind of flow around us as we're living. That was the whole idea behind it. Consider each dot to be kind of a life dot. You've probably heard it before, but the way I first originally started realizing why I was using dots, because I was using them little by little before I planned to use them. It was the light that was coming through the overhead pier that I would ride under on my bike path. There would be slots in the pier, and the light would shoot down on the ground, much like this, where I'd ride my bike, and there'd be these long rectangles of light. But once you looked at the rectangles, and everybody sees this once I show them to them, they're overlaying dots of the same size, just kind of overlaying. And it's an optical illusion. They're not there. It's just what we're seeing. It's a trick. So that was the first time I realized, God, this is how we see. We're seeing tricks. Are we all good with this one, everybody? Okay.